This is the 1 p.m. news from Splash 105.5 FM, the Integrity Station. I'm Ronke Giwa Onafuwa. First, the news headlines. Nigeria to make provision for subsidy in 2022. Doctors in Ondo State suspend strike after Assembly's intervention. On the foreign scene, President Joe Biden vows to defend women's constitutional rights over abortion law. In sports, Cristiano Ronaldo breaks all-time international scoring record with 110th Portugal goal. Those are the headlines. Now the news in detail. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, has said that the federal government will make provision for subsidy in 2022. NNPC Group Managing Director Mr. Mele Kyari disclosed this at a public hearing organized by the Senate Committee on Finance on the 2022-2024 Medium-Term Expenditure Framework. And
the reason is that we are not sure we can conclude this process before the end of this year or even early in 2022. That is why that provision is made.
On his part, the chairman of the Senate Committee on Finance, Adeola Olamilekun, raised a concern about revenue generation to curb borrowing to fund the budget. The lawmakers also want government agencies to equally focus on revenue generation as they do on spending the government's money.
The revenue of Nigerian custom is going down. We are not meeting our targets. And we have done everything to support the Nigerian custom. We have reduced the tariff so as to discourage smuggling.
Now on to politics. Yobe State Governor Maimala Buni and other members of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, CECPC, have been sacked. A Delta State High Court sitting in Asaba yesterday restrained the governor and the others from parading themselves as chairman and members of the APC CECPC until the determination of a substantive suit before the court. Justice Onome Marshall Mukoro, who presided over the matter, also stopped the party's scheduled local government congress in Delta State, slated for September 4th, 2021. Olurugun Elvis Ayomana, who is the APC deputy chairman in the state, had led other officials of the party in the state to the court, challenging the outcome of the ward congress in the state. Now, Nigeria's Consulate General in New York has raised an alarm over a fake website for passport applications. The consulate, in a statement, urged Nigerians to always seek proper guidance on passport applications. The consulate stated that the operations of a website, www.nigerianpassports.com, purporting to be a platform for processing Nigerian passports, is fake and set up to defraud applicants for Nigerian passports. According to the statement, the website directs passport applicants to make payments through Zelle using telephone number 770-510-9332. It directs people to visit the consulate in New York website via www.nigeriahouse.com for all inquiries. Now talking security, gunmen have invaded the government day secondary school Kaya in the Maradun local government area of Zamfara state and abducted no fewer than 73 students. It was gathered that the attack, which came barely 5 days after some students of the College of Agriculture and Animal Science, Bakura, were released, occurred around 11 a.m. when the students were sitting their examinations. Meanwhile, the state governor, Bello Matawale, who was attending a prayer session organized by his administration, as of the time the incident was reported, called on the residents of the state to rise up and fight the bandits back. In its reaction to the latest incident, the Arewa Consultative Forum expressed sadness over the attack and abduction of the students. Now, Inspector General of Police Usman Alkali Baba has charged police public relations officers in the country to up the ante in crime fighting and investigation. He gave the charge as he declared open a 3-day capacity building workshop organized for PPROs across all commands and other formations of the Nigeria Police Force in partnership with the Nigeria-German Development Corporation. IGP Alkali Baba said the program is aimed at training the spokespersons to deliver efficiently and learn global best practices in crime fighting. He explained that it also seeks to equip the participants with skills necessary for effective descriptive, analytic, and strategic communication involving criminal investigations and procedures.
Public relations officers are the first responders to any incident once it occurs, and therefore they need to know things that will not destroy evidence and things that require forensic, for instance, things that require forensic investigations or forensic analysis must be prevented and reserved at that scene. In addition, participants of this course must be reminded that to succeed as police image makers, they must be versatile and have a deep theoretical and practical knowledge of all aspects of policing. Once you are a PRO, you must be an investigator, you must be an operational officer, and you must be an all-rounder. Jack of all trades, master of all.
The Nigerian Navy has approved the establishment of Kano Naval Base in Kano State. This was disclosed by the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awal Zubairu Gambo, when he paid a courtesy visit on the Governor of Kano State, Abdullahi Ganduje, at his office. The Chief of Naval Staff is in Kano State for the Chief of Naval Staff Annual Conference 2021 between 1st and 4th September. Gambo said that Navy has already appointed the acting commander of the base, who is Captain Mohammed Abubakar Al-Hassan, and should henceforth be part of the security architecture of the state. He said that when the base has been established, it will contribute to showcase the effort of the Nigerian Navy for keeping the nation as one indivisible nation.
Thank you for the offer of precisely 100 hectares of land to the Nigerian Navy for us to establish a naval base in Kano. I assure you that the base, when established, will contribute to showcasing the efforts of the armed forces of Nigeria at keeping Nigeria one indivisible nation.
And to health matters, 11 more people battling COVID-19 in Nigeria lost the fight to the disease yesterday as the nation's toll rose to 2,480. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control, NCDC, confirmed this while giving an update on the outbreak of the disease in the country. It explained that the total deaths were reported in the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, and Lagos was one of the states with new deaths. Amid the third wave of infections following an initial relaxation of COVID-19 measures, the NCDC revealed that 582 more cases were recorded in the last 24 hours in 15 states and the FCT. Meanwhile, members of the Ondo State chapter of the Nigeria Medical Association, NMA, and its affiliates have suspended their industrial dispute with the state government after a protracted intervention by lawmakers and other stakeholders. At a parley with lawmakers at the Ondo State House of Assembly in Akure, the medical practitioners called on the state government to honor the terms of the agreement reached with them, especially payment of their outstanding salaries in line with their colleagues in the civil service. NMA State Chairman Dr. Stella Adigbengbe thanked the lawmakers and other stakeholders for their intervention, but called for the prompt payment of their outstanding salaries to act as stimulant to members who have been out of work for some time. Adigbengbe urged government not to intimidate any member for participating in the strike through any form of victimization. It's still the 1 p.m. news on Splash 105.5 FM. Still ahead, President Joe Biden vows to defend women's constitutional rights over abortion law. Cristiano Ronaldo breaks all-time international scoring record with 110th Portugal goal. We'll continue with the foreign scene here, where U.S. President Joe Biden has condemned a new law in Texas banning abortion from as early as 6 weeks and vowed to defend women's constitutional rights. President Biden said that the law violated rights and would significantly impair women's access to health care. The Supreme Court yesterday refused by a 5-4 vote to block the new law. The law bans abortions after detection of what anti-abortion campaigners call a fetal heartbeat, a point when many women do not know they are pregnant. The so-called Heartbeat Act also gives any individual the right to sue doctors who perform an abortion past the 6-week point. Now, a state of emergency has been declared in New York City after it was hit by record rainfall and flash flooding as a result of Tropical Storm Ida. Mayor Bill de Blasio said the city was enduring an historic weather event with brutal flooding and dangerous conditions on the roads. Footage showed water pouring into subway stations and people's homes and flooded roads. New Jersey also declared an emergency and reported at least one death. Finally, in sports, Team Nigeria settled for bronze medal after going down to a 2-0 defeat to Australia in the semi-finals of the men's team class 9 to 10 event of the table tennis competition at the 2020 Paralympic Games in Tokyo. In the doubles game, Tajuddin Agunbiade and Alabi Olufemi lost 3-1 to Australian pair Maling and Joel Colin. After losing the first set 12-10, the Nigerian team fought back to win 11-8, only to lose 12-10 again in the third set. They, however, failed to keep up the momentum by losing the fourth set 11-5 for a 3-1 major scoreline. Team Nigeria now have 3 gold, 1 silver, 3 bronze medals from the Games. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo broke the all-time international goal-scoring record with his 110th Portugal goal and then scored an injury-time winner to salvage his country a dramatic 2-1 World Cup qualifying victory over the Republic of Ireland in Faro on Wednesday. The 36-year-old Ronaldo, whose return to Manchester United from Juventus was confirmed on Tuesday, had missed a penalty in the 15th minute before John Egan gave Ireland a half-time lead. But Ronaldo equalised in the 89th minute with a header before out-jumping the Irish defence again in the 6th minute of added time. He passes Ali Daei, who scored 109 international goals after equalling the Iranians' great record tally during Euro 2020. Portugal sit top of Group A with 10 points from 4 matches, although Serbia are only 3 points behind with a game in hand. Just before we go, a recap of the headlines. Nigeria to make provision for subsidy in 2022. And doctors in Ondo State have suspended strike after Assembly's intervention. On the foreign scene, President Joe Biden has vowed to defend women's constitutional rights over abortion law. And Cristiano Ronaldo has broken all-time international scoring record with 110th Portugal goal. For more details on the news, visit our website on www.splashfm1055.com. Now, you can download the Splash FM mobile app on iOS and Google Play Store to listen live, get news updates, opinion poll, and also report an event live to us through the iReport feature. To download, simply go to any of the stores mentioned and search for Splash FM 105.5, then click to download. We have now come to the end of the news on Splash 105.5 FM, the integrity station, and the best radio station in the southwest of the country. The news editor is Tunde Olawowo, assisted by Ayo Olubusi. I'm Ronke Giwa Onafuwa. Good afternoon and thank you for listening.
Charger 240. Hot news, cool vibes, sports, and more on the Integrity Station. We've got the city on lockdown.
Got my own city that I hold down.
We are Splash 105.5.
Délé! Ìgbà wo ló ti ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ já iṣẹ́ ọkọ̀ tuntun eléyìí? Ikọ́ ṣoṣo tó mọ̀ mímọ̀ náà ni. Irọ́ ni o, ní mọ́tò tó ń fojoojúmọ́ gbowó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Báwo ló ṣe ṣe tó fọ́ dàbí tuntun báyìí? Iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ Service King lórí ẹ̀.
Kẹ̀bá fẹ́ sí mọ́tò ṣe, ó dàbí tuntun just Service King.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, Service King Auto Service Company tó ń sọ mọ́tò di tuntun bí ìyàwó àṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ gbé. Èyíkéyìí ìtọ́jú ara ọkọ̀ tẹ́ fẹ́ ṣe bó bá jẹ́ mechanical bó jẹ́ body work ẹ dá gbogbo ẹ̀dá Service King. Àwọn akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú iṣẹ́ ìgbàlódé ni wọ́n fi ń sọ mọ́tò di tuntun lọ́dọ̀ wọn. Onírúurú pààtì ọkọ̀ tẹ́ bá sì ń fẹ́ direct ni wọ́n kó wọlé látòkè òkun. American cars, Japanese cars tó fi dórí German cars. Diagnosis ìyẹn àyẹ̀wò ni wọ́n kọ́kọ́ ṣe kí wọ́n tó dáwọ́lé mọ́tò rẹ̀. Wọ́n mójúlẹ́jà ìgbàlódé spray painting tó fi mọ́ baking. Tinútẹ̀yìn ni wọ́n sì ń fọ mọ́tò fún gbogbo oníbàárà wọn tí wọ́n